Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I've almost forgot how good it is to receive good news. Not bad news. I don't know about you, but how good does good news feel? Because today, Celtic have dropped a lot of good news on us with the announcement of a contract extension for Kyogo Furuhashi. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It would be much appreciated on the road to 40,000 subscribers ahead of the 2023-24 campaign. Today there's smiles all round. I'm sure there's smiles on your face as Kyogo Furuhashi won't be going anywhere for that 2023-24 campaign. He's staying right here at Celtic and he's staying for a long time. So wow. Out of nowhere this morning, no rumours, no, hints, nothing. 10 o'clock this morning, Celtic dropped the bomb on us that Kyogo has extended his stay with us here at Celtic Football Club and signed a 4-year contract extension till 2027. Amongst all of the sadness and Aaron Moy retiring, Jota leaving the club, Ange Postecoglou's whole thing, there's a bit of good news. The good news being that Kyogo is staying with us through all of this change, through all the interest of our top stars. We know we're keeping the one that makes us the happiest, and it's the wee striker Kyogo himself. So let's have a look at the statement very quickly that Celtic released this morning. They put up this: just 2 years into his initial contract with Celtic, Japanese striker Kyogo has signed a new 4-year deal, taking him to at least 2027 with the club. As the treble-winning Celts go into the new 23-24 season in defence of their trio of trophies, the fact that the goal machine and fans' favourite, who played a significant part in delivering the silverware, has tied his future to the club is a major coup. Coming hot on the heels of the news that season tickets for the coming term have already sold out, the new Kyogo contract is massive news for the club and for the support. So there was the statement that Celtic put out this morning to tell us that Kyogo will stay. He's one of those players that, with how good he's been, clubs could easily come in and inquire. They could be interested. He's a top striker. He'd score goals anywhere he goes. He's done it so far in his career. He's done it at Celtic too. He was someone who I was, in the back of my mind, a little bit scared about that could have been next. Jota's away. We've heard talk and rumours about Hatate. We've seen other players in the team, Matt O'Reilly. You could go into the defence as well, being linked with sides. The one player I didn't want to see anything about this summer was Kyogo. I really didn't want him to go because replacing his goals would have been a nightmare. But we don't need to worry about it. No goals will need replaced because his goals are here to stay. And that already incredible record is only going to get better and better. Let's have a look at Kyogo's comments on his contract extension. He said this: "I'm very happy to extend my stay for 4 years at this incredible club. It is an honour to represent Celtic Football Club and our amazing supporters. Last season was unbelievable. From the start of the campaign, our aim was to do well as we could in every competition we played in. We worked very hard every day on and off the pitch to win silverware and put smiles on our fans' faces. To win my first treble and help secure a world record breaking 8th treble for the club was a very proud moment for me, and I cherish the memories of celebrating with our fans." He goes on to talk about how excited he is to work with Brendan Rodgers. Obviously this is huge for someone like Kyogo, who probably would never have been at Celtic without Ange Postecoglou. I think that if we hired anyone else back in 2021, you probably could have assumed that Kyogo and maybe the rest of the Japanese lads wouldn't have arrived here. It was really that revolution that Ange brought that has extended our scouting network and really opened that J-League market for us. So it's good to see him excited to work with the next manager, and I'm hoping that Brendan Rodgers can get just as good or even better a player out of Kyogo, because it's a very interesting partnership now, because Rodgers, he got the best out of strikers. Look at the two main ones that he had through his time at Celtic. Moussa Dembele, Odsonne Edouard, both of them went on to bigger things and got really big moves. We got a lot of money for them because he turned them into really, really good players. So I'm very excited to see what he could do with Kyogo. On that note, Brendan Rodgers has also spoke about the contract extension. Rodgers said this: "It is brilliant news for the club. Kyogo is an important player for us, so I'm delighted he has signed a new contract. Kyogo has thrived since he arrived in Scottish football and has shown his outstanding qualities in 2 seasons. He has secured 5 domestic honours, scored over 50 club goals and become a treble winner. That takes a lot of hard work, dedication and sacrifice, both on and off the park. He is an exciting player who is hungry to bring more success to the club, a great mentality and an unbelievable talent. I'm looking forward to working with him and helping him under the wider team to help drive the club forward." So there was Brendan Rodgers' comments. I think it's going to be very exciting to see him in a Rodgers side because he's such a different player from what we had in the past. And you've got to look down to Leicester City for a minute with Brendan Rodgers down there. Done a really good job at extracting the absolute best from Jamie Vardy in his first few years. And Jamie Vardy was one of those players that was really, really good at using his speed and the way that he moved to get himself into positions, and was a great finisher. I think with Kyogo, I'm not saying that he's like for like a carbon copy of Jamie Vardy, but you're looking at a player here who, once again, uses his pace, gets into really good positions, incredibly good finisher. I think that what he done with Vardy at Leicester, he could probably replicate with Kyogo here at Celtic. And the good thing is, he's coming into this Celtic side, and a player like Kyogo, evidently the best is there. He knows what to do, he knows how to use them. So he can kind of alter what's already been done with Kyogo's game and make it that one step better using his knowledge as a coach. So I'm very excited to see him in a Brendan Rodgers side. Ultimately, I'm just delighted to see him stay at Celtic. It's going to be a very exciting few years with him leading the line. So then, the greater implications of all of this, the bigger picture, this is huge. I think that this, and I don't want to jinx things, touch wood, this I think means that he's going to see out the best of his career here at Celtic now. A 4-year extension at the age of 28, running till 2027. You know, the time that this deal is meant to run up, he'll be 32 years of age. We are now in this 4 years of his career now where strikers and footballers should be at their best. This is the prime, you know. He should be getting better and better. And if he gets better than what he's already given us, then that's a whole lot of problems for the rest of Scottish football. So if you take out aside for a moment teams coming in and trying to buy him in the next few years, if he stays here till the entirety of this contract, right till the end of it, and I think he will stay that long, you're talking about a really, really interesting proposition there, because he's already scored 54 goals in 83 games. 83 games in the last 2 years. And remember, he had a lengthy injury in that first season too. He probably should be up at around 100 games by now, but that injury did keep him out. But 54 goals in 83 games. If he keeps scoring at the same rate, you know, you're talking about someone who's, you know, we've been throwing about all these comparisons, and we always say who's the best since Larsson. You're talking about Kyogo here. If he stays here till age 32 through the best years of his careers, and Rodgers continues to get the best out of him, you're talking about someone who's going to be right up there in the conversation. And I think it kind of puts to bed the whole best since Larsson thing. You know, I'll always try and hold out for my guy over here, Moussa Dembele. He's always been my favourite. But if you're talking facts, if you're talking about you know, just what they've done in terms of trophies now, the fact he'll be staying longer than what Moussa's stay was, I think it puts it to bed. You're looking at the guy who is the best striker we've had since Henrik Larsson, and the fact that he's committed to a stay here when there could have been undoubted interest in the next year or so. He only had a year left on his deal, I think, maybe 2. But the fact that he's extended that, he's staying longer, and he wants to stay longer. He's always been so open about how much he enjoys it here and how much he wants to stay here. When you put all of that in, he is going to go down as a Celtic legend. I'm not going to use icon. I'm not going to use cult hero. If he stays here till 2027 and he keeps scoring the goals at the rate he does, he will go down as a Celtic legend. And that is, you know, a great testament to the guy that he is, and the mentality that he's got, because he's so hungry, he's so determined to do more and score more and win more. This is the kind of guy you need in a side like this, and I'm glad he's here for the transition between the two managers, Ange and Brendan Rodgers. I think that's huge for us. So 2 years of him so far has been very exciting, and more to come is just even more exciting. Finally, just to wrap it up, it's so good amongst the whole Jota leaving, Hatate links, every other player who could be off. You know what I mean? It's good. It's reassuring. And I'm glad that Brendan Rodgers obviously came in and made this a priority to extend the stay at the club. He's important to keep. He's the best striker we could ask for. I think that if we lost him alongside the likes of Jota, I wouldn't go as far to say it would be a crisis. I wouldn't be running to the bunkers worried about the 23-24 campaign. But if we were to lose the two of our best attackers heading into this season, I would have been concerned, especially because the quality you've got to replace there. The goals, the assists, everything that the two of them bring, we couldn't afford to lose both of them. So to really nail down one of them to stay is fantastic for us. It's huge. I really don't know if there's many strikers out there who could come in and deliver the same amount of goals that Kyogo does right now. He's our best striker by miles, and I think he will be for the next 2-3 years. He will get that little bit older, but he looks like the kind of player who you're not going to notice getting older. So I'm hoping we just get the same out of him beyond this 4 years. Maybe extends his stay further at 2027. Who knows? It's a long way down the line, but I'm absolutely delighted that he's staying. Right, that does it for today. It feels great to have some good news. Smiles all around, as I said. Hopefully there's more of that to come with transfer news, rumours, the whole shebang. So yes, like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all next time.